Hello and welcome to week 6. My name is Adolphus Gibson. Today I will be presenting to you on the virtual machine. What is a virtual machine? A virtual machine is a software that emulates a physical machine. What do I mean by that? We use a software to be installed over a hosted operating system like Microsoft Windows, Mac OS, and so forth. And what do we use virtual machine for? We use virtual machine for so many purposes. Let me just give one or two reasons why we use virtual machine for. We use virtual machine to test new software. We use virtual machine to install new operating system into our existing operating system. And there are two types of virtual machine. That type A virtual machine and that type B virtual machine. What is the type A or type 1 virtual machine? The type 1 virtual machine is the mental virtual machine, which is installed directly on a mental, physically on a hardware component of a physical machine. And there, the type 2 or the B virtual machine is the hosted virtual machine, which which can be installed over another operating system. That's what we students use today. We use the type 2 type of virtual machine today to install our lab, like the control domain and whatsoever, domain controller whatsoever. So if I may ask, what are the some criteria of installing virtual machine? We don't just install virtual machine because we want to install. We need certain requirement. We need some physical uh, resources from our physical hard drive before installing the virtual machine into our physical machine. Once and for more important thing is we need a good RAM system to be able to install a virtual machine into our physical machine, like the RAM. If you want to install 2 or 3 virtual machines into your physical machine, you need like 16 gigabit of RAM or 20 or 24 gigabit of RAM, at least 256 gig of HDD, and with a very good processor. So those are some requirements for installing a virtual machine. Okay, let's say I have my physical machine right now. It have a 16 gig of RAM and a 500 gigabit of hard drive, and I want to install a Windows 11 virtual machine. Can it be installed? Yes, it can be installed. So now, during my installation of my Windows 11, I can select 4 gigabit of RAM for my Windows 11. I can use 2 core for my processor, and then I can use the 40 gig of my physical hard drive as a resource. It will install my Windows 11 virtual machine onto my physical machine. If you don't use requirement of installing the virtual machine, the machine will be slow. it won't perform the way you want. So using virtual machine is also is less cost. Using virtual machine is less cost, very less expensive. It helps you to set up a lab and to do the final study. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope to see you next week. Thanks.